Hello everybody, it's your old pal Tuna here and welcome back to another video. This week on the channel, I was kind of racking my brain. I wasn't sure what I wanted to share with you because I haven't been up to anything particularly vlog-worthy lately. When it occurred to me that I don't think I have ever taken you on a tour of my studio slash apartment, so I thought that would be a fun little thing to do on this Sunday. Thank you so much for joining me. If it's your first time here, yes, hi, hello. My name is Tuna. I'm an illustrator and comic maker from Canada, and here on the channel, I share all about my life as a full-time artist. And that being true, I want to guarantee you that I did not just reorganize my workspace. You are going into this au naturel. You're going to see the good, the bad, the ugly, and probably a lot of cats running around. So if that's your thing, stay tuned. So yes, here is the main bulk of the space that we're going to be talking about. I spend 23 hours a day here, and as you can see, I have crafted it to be to my taste. This is about half of the living room of my 500 square foot apartment that I share with my partner and my 2 cats. And we've been living here for a little over 3 years now. There's kind of 2 main areas. There's the workspace that you see here where I have 2 desks and some of my active storage. And then over on the other side is my merch storage and what I lovingly call the pile. As you can see, I am what I consider to be a maximalist, so if you are not into maximalism, that's totally cool. I love stuff, I collect a lot of things, I hoard a lot of things. And so if you are a minimalist, some of the content herein you might find disturbing, but let it be known that a lot of what I own is either secondhand or bought from small businesses. I think it probably makes the most sense to start here. This is where I sit in my beautiful IKEA chair, at my beautiful IKEA desk with hairpin legs from Amazon, and my mid-century modern wooden desk that I painted black with black chalk paint, much to the horror of my Instagram followers at the time. I do most of my painting and illustrating on this desk here, as you can clearly tell, and this desk is more reserved for working on my computer. I keep all of my high usage pens and materials just here on my desk. I obviously have a ton of them, but if I put them away anywhere, I completely forget that they exist, so it's best for me to have them in front of me for using. Also on this desktop thingy-majiggy, I have this little container where I dump any small objects that are floating around on my desk, and yeah, just a lot of small object dumping going on up here. And down here, this stuff is a lot more decorative than it is functional. I do put some documents that are pertinent on the shelf, but otherwise I just chose some nice yellow looking objects to store, to yellowify my space a little bit more. This is the majority of my functioning storage, but it is not optimized in the slightest. Start at the back for you here. I have my collection of old sketchbooks. These are obviously placed somewhere where I don't really need to reach or interact with them very often, but they're nice to have nearby. Up here I have a little bit of decoration and a little bit of storage. I keep my stamps for mailing stuff out in here. I have in this little tray a lot of like seconds products that I will send as freebies. Disregard the signs here, they're not really relevant anymore. I keep my extra business cards here just because they fit nicely, and my medications because I'm old and I need them. Onto this shelf here, I have handy dandy storage for my headphones. I have my ongoing to-do list that I refresh once a month. And then back here in this basket with a box inside is where I store all of my Patreon rewards as they currently need to be relevant. So this is like, if it's January now, I'd have my January rewards in here, but these are actually my leftovers from October, November, and December that were delayed in shipping due to the Canada Post strikes. And then next to them, I have a collection of inspiring art books. These are just a small selection of what I have in my collection. There are a ton more over there, which we'll talk about soon. And I also have a small collection of them here underneath one of the cat sleeping platforms that is kind of my to-read pile, but I'm very bad about actually reading my books. Back to the shelf here, let's take a look at the next row down. This is where I keep all of my extra notebooks and such. I collect notebooks. I do not really use notebooks, but I always need little scrap pieces of paper, so this is usually where I will reach if I need them. Here is my hoard of Mr. Super Clear that I stocked up on recently. Here is a bunch, oh nope, there's nothing in there. There used to be watercolors in there, but now it's just a display. In case you hadn't figured it out yet, I do need to pack this stuff like completely full so that there's no room for little kitties to crawl in and around and over my belongings. So sometimes I end up with things that are a little more decorative than functional. So heading down here, you can see I have some storage of easels back there, and there's a box full of the fashion cats in that back corner that like literally cannot be accessed. Otherwise down here, this is kind of some like extra scrap stuff that's not really super relevant. I have all of my printer papers, my varying varieties of printer paper stored inside this shoebox, and then I think that there are receipts from 2023 inside of this one, and maybe this is airbrush supplies, I don't really know. We'll take a little shift to the right here for the bottom shelf of the outermost shelf. Here we have some more extra sketchbooks, as well as the drawing surfaces that I use for my acrylic gouache paintings, and a couple of other bits and pieces that aren't really super useful to me at this very moment, but you know, gotta put something somewhere, right? In these two boxes at the top here, I have my shipping and packaging supplies, which desperately need to be restocked as I let them get quite low at the end of the year. And down here is some of my books. So these are my graphic novels and my zines, just a part of that storage because I have many more copies of them that are in my deep storage, which isn't even in the apartment, it's in my storage locker. Elevating one shelf up from here, I have some art supplies. These are my Copic markers, which are inside kind of like a beauty case. My acrylic gouache is inside this retro toolbox. I have some stuff that I'm currently in the middle of using and some pouches that can store this, that, or the other whenever I need them to. They're just some of my favorites. And then buried deep down in there is the Cricut, obviously when I need to use it, which is rather occasionally these days. I just move this stuff and do it, and then I put the stuff back. Our final top shelf is mostly a vanity shelf. I usually have my most recently completed pet portrait here. Right now I'm just waiting for the client to get back to me about this so I can package it up and ship it off. But behind them, I have this little wooden thing that I use to store all of my personal sticker collection. So these are not stickers I've designed, these are stickers I collect, and I have so many of them. I probably have hundreds, if not thousands of stickers in my collection here. I've been collecting for a very, very long time. The same goes for my washi tape. I have an entire container full of washi tape back there, as well as the extra overflow in this little basket. And I literally don't use washi tape for anything ever. So yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much it for what's going on over on that shelf. If you are curious, these are IKEA shelves as well. There's one that has 2 little units, and then there's this one with just the 1 unit. And then here, this is not an IKEA roller thingy, but I painted it black. It used to be teal, and I use it to store my art supplies. More of them. It also makes a lovely home for my vacuum cleaner, but that's the joy of having a work/live space. Here on the top, I have a lot of pen overflow. I don't really use a lot of these pens, but when I need them, I need them. I have some acrylic gouache overflow, and I think some pastels or something like that here too. I have all of my lovely ceramic palettes that I like to collect. I think I have 5 or 6 of them. And then all of my paintbrushes, which are just inside a little yellow tray thingy. And that's all there is to say about that floor. Let's go down to the next one here. This is more kind of overflow, a lot of kind of materials. So there is Mod Podge and matte medium. There's some gesso down there, some primer spray paint, some extra brushes, and I don't remember what's in here. Oh yeah, this is my extra acrylic gouache. So I keep my favorite acrylic gouaches in my toolbox, and then I have some extra in here. And these are retro kitchen storage containers that I used to use in my kitchen, but they got kind of rusty, so they became art supply storage instead. And then on the bottom, I have my button machine tucked away down there. And I also keep my tapes in this fun little skull patterned vase thing that I found. And yeah, just shoving things in where they fit, if you know what I mean. There is still plenty more to discover here on the opposite side of this desk area. I have some extra bonus art books as well down here in a retro magazine rack. And then I do have this rolling flat unit that I got from IKEA that is not super well organized, but I will show you the basic idea. I have some packing materials and envelopes in the top 2 drawers. This is kind of a collection of stuff that I could put on the wall, some art that I've collected, postcards, things like that. This is a lot of paper and surfaces, but I really don't use a lot of paper anymore. I mostly just use the gesso boards that I was showing you earlier, so I don't know. Not a lot going on in here. Also, these giant prints that I just never sell and don't want to get rid of. This is one of my favorite drawers. This is my like paper background drawers. So this is stuff that I use for my photo displays. I have tons and tons of big squares in different colors, and I'll use them as the background for when I'm taking photos of my products. And then down here, I don't even know what's down here. There's an old BJD down here, and yeah, this is the sin bin drawer, if you will. This is my lovely garbage can, and then I do have some extra art supply storage back there. And just above that, here on my printer table shelf is some more printer paper. And of course, my lovely printer and my doll display. That concludes our desk portion of the video. I just want to take a moment to highlight some of my favorite pieces of art on my inspiration wall before we go. In this area, I have a few treasured things. This is one of the pieces that I got from the Anonymous Art Show, I want to say in 2022, which is a small art exhibition here in my city that usually focuses on amateurs, so I don't know who painted this, but it's fabulous. I just love it. I have a collection of Kodachromes. This one is a little squirrel chipmunk guy. And then I have one with some waves that I got as a gift. And then this one, if you look really closely, it has a kitty lounging on a doorstep. Here I have on display a commission of my dear Nori from a wonderful artist named Chi Chi, so go check out her work if you're not already familiar with it. And above it, I have some of my favorite stamps that Canada Post has ever made. These are the Haunted Canada stamps from Sam Weber. They have a little bit of, like, what's the word? Shiny, sparkly rainbow business going on. And I actually purchased them specifically on these sheets from eBay because I really wanted to have them as part of a just general spooky things collection. And they're resting on top of an actual preserved spider web that I think I got from Etsy at some point. Well, hello there. Don't mind the interruption. I am just popping in real quick to let you know that my shop has reopened for 2025. And from today until January 31st, I am running a 20% off sale to celebrate the reopening. I also have all of my products available to purchase. That includes my sticker sheets, which are generally only available in my patron secret shop until the end of January. You can grab almost all of my designs on my public web store. Not only that, I have my enamel pins, all of your favorite single stickers, charms, patches, prints, tote bags, and so much more. Literally, if you've ever watched one of my market vlogs and you've seen a product, it is probably up on the store now, some for the first time ever. And don't miss this sale period because I don't do a lot of sales. This is extra special to celebrate my 32nd birthday. But that's it. Let's get back to the tour. All right, everybody, let's take a walk back over to the pile, shall we? So we're back in this side of the room. My kitchen's just here. Obviously, the other side is where my desk space is. This is a fantastic two-piece unit that I got off of Craigslist or Facebook Marketplace that I mostly use to store my craft supplies. So this is a lot of like doll making hobby stuff. And then I have my merchandise in these two. Right now, this changes around quite a bit as I need it to. Right now, this is most of my stickers. So I have these lovely plastic gridded storage containers for my single stickers. And then I have one larger, I'm not gonna pull it out. I have one larger plastic container that has my sticker sheets. And then I have a long, very conveniently shaped box that I use for my overflow stickers. So this is like overstock, where I take this one with me to markets. I don't take this one. And when it comes to single stickers, I have this binder here that I take with me to markets, so these plastic bins live here permanently. And down here in this one, this is where my prints are stored, and then I have some other products that are stored here. I think these are mostly Fashion Cat related, and then I have some Patreon loyalty reward related things there. And this one is Mark's. Mark gets a little bit of storage as a treat, so his camera stuff goes here. All right, popping down to here, this is just cords and an electronics drawer. I have a drawer full of my receipts, which I'm gonna have to go through soon because it's that time of year. I have a drawer that I have some original paintings stored in. I really should not keep them like this. I should give these paintings a little bit more respect. But yeah, they live in a drawer right now. And then in this one, I have my pencil case collection. Of course, I can't resist a cute pencil case, so I have them all in this particular drawer. And then down here, I have some more product storage. This is my keychains and my patches. Down here are my pins. So I do the best with what I can, but there's really not a lot of room for more at this point. We'll just wrap up talking about the pile just for a minute. This tote is where I store all of my tote bags. And then these are both boxes full of merchandise. I don't even know what's in them. I think it's mostly books. And on top, I have some stuff that I need to sort. So like I said, we are au naturel here, and I am doing the best that I can. Up at the top here, I have more storage, more books, more merchandise, and some extra storage containers for organizing things that I used to use, but now they're just there if I need them. And all of this stuff, well, this is just large objects. So there is some poster board, there are some canvases, there is frames. You know, again, if they fits, they sits. I feel like we're ending on a bit of a whimper by ending on this corner. This is Mark's space, but I do have all of my box storage, which is up here. It is so disorganized. I think after this video, I'm gonna take these down and organize them because I keep and recycle all of the boxes that I receive things in, including the packing materials, because I need to ship out a lot of stuff, and why should I be purchasing boxes generally when I can just use the perfectly good boxes that I already have? As an aside, leave me a comment if you are a fan of good boxes, if you know what you like in a box and what you don't like in a box, and you also have a collection of boxes. Because I don't know if this is a millennial thing or if it's like a small business owner thing. Every time we receive something in the mail and Mark receives something, he'll like show me the box that it came in and he'll be like, is this a good box? And I'll be like, yes. Or no. There's a lot of not good boxes out there too, and I'm not keeping those. Look, there's not even a lot of space. Anyway, box rant over. I have here my bookshelf. These are almost exclusively comics and art books because that's the kind of guy that I am. And then over here, I have my collection of Luigis. These Luigis are actually a very big part of my identity. I've been collecting them for a very long time. I feel like in some ways I'm kind of over collecting them. Like I have too many Luigis. It's getting difficult to remember which ones I have and which ones I don't have. Also, sorry, this mirror is very dusty. And they're sort of organized in that I have a lot of the plush ones down here, a lot of the race car related ones down here, and then yeah, these two shelves are kind of the same. I feel like I should open a post box and get you guys to send me your Luigis, but that might be a door I will regret opening. I think that's basically it though. Welcome to my studio / apartment. Longtime viewers might notice that the couch situation has changed behind me. We rotated it from being against the wall to being more against Mark's desk. Big fan of this upgrade. I didn't think it would work due to like the floor space here, but it totally does. And it was primarily motivated by our Christmas gift to ourselves, which was a new TV. Up until the start of this year, we had been watching TV on this like 35-inch TV that I got when I was a teenager. I am 32 as of yesterday, by the way. And I really don't know how I lived without a giant TV. But anyway, that's gonna be it for the video today. Thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna give a really quick shout out to everybody over on Patreon who helped make this video happen, who helped makes the Art by Tuna world come to life. These people are the goats, and you can join this wonderful list for just $1 a month. Any amount of support that you can offer me makes a huge difference. But if you do have a little bit more to spare, you can sign up for the $10 or $25 tiers where I will mail you stickers and goodies every single month right to your door. This month we are doing a bookworm theme, so do not miss out on this exclusive monthly merchandise. And I really hope you enjoyed the video today. Thank you so much for joining me here on the channel for another week. Stay sparkly, don't let the cruel world dull your shine, and I will see you next time. Bye.